talk about women in the Bible, the names we often hear are Esther, Deborah, Mary, or Phoebe, women of courage, wisdom, and faith. We celebrate queens, prophetesses, and disciples. But have you ever heard of Sheerah? Probably not. She is rarely mentioned in sermons, devotionals, or even in women's conferences. My mother, a theologian, once read a passage from the first book of Chronicles chapter 7, verse 24, which says, "And his daughter was a Sheerah, who built Lower and Upper Beth-horon and Uzan-Sheerah." It is fascinating, a woman who built cities. According to Dr. Claude Mariattini, an Old Testament scholar, many women in Israelite society exercise political and religious influence, yet their names are often overlooked because they are only briefly mentioned in scripture. Sheerah is one of those remarkable women, a builder, leader, and visionary who demonstrated discipline, planning, and faith, strengthened by the abundant grace of God. She did not conform to the limits of her society, she transformed them through vision and faith. Sheerah came from the tribe of Ephraim, descendants of Joseph, who served as governor of Egypt, a man renowned for wisdom, integrity, and leadership. Her family line had known deep tragedy. Two of her relatives, Ezer and Iliad, were killed by the men of Gath after they went down to steal livestock. Their father, Ephraim, mourned for many days, and from that grief came a son named Beriah, meaning calamity, marking a season of loss in their lineage. Even her name, Sheerah, means kinswoman or preserver of family, a reminder of her role in continuing what her ancestors began. Some scholars suggest she may have been Joseph's granddaughter or great-granddaughter, inheriting his leadership, strategic wisdom, and excellence in stewardship. From a family marked by loss came a woman marked by vision, one who would not only rise from tragedy, but reshape the landscape of Israel. She was not defined by sorrow, nor by the limitations of her time. She was defined by the courage, faith, and divine presence that guided her heart. Sheerah built Lower and Upper Beth-horon, and a city that bears her name, Uzan-Sheerah. These were not small villages. Beth-horon was a strategic mountain pass linking the coastal plains to the Judean highlands, a vital point for travel, trade, and defense. These were fortified cities, crucial for defense and trade, sites of some of Israel's greatest battles. It was along this route that Joshua defeated the Amorites when hailstorms fell from heaven, Joshua 10:10-11, and later where King Saul fought the Philistines. She not only constructed, but likely governed and fortified these cities, a woman without crown or sword, without title or prophecy. And we can be sure that Sheerah's success was not accidental. As Einstein said, if you keep doing the same thing again and again, but expect different results, that's insanity. But Sheerah's life was not a habit of nonsense. It was the result of careful planning, discipline, study, and the strength and divine favor of God. She didn't stop at societal norms. She made a difference. Sheerah's story reminds us that greatness is not born from comfort or privilege, but from faith, perseverance, and divine favor. She acted with courage because she trusted the God of Israel, the same God who empowers his people to do extraordinary things. Imagine that, a woman with no recorded husband or children, yet given the wisdom and strength to build cities, to shape the land, and to leave her name in history forever. That is God's favor at work, guiding minds, strengthening hands, and inspiring legacies that endure. In a world dominated by male perspectives, women's contributions were often treated as secondary. But Sheerah broke that mold. She was not a queen, not a wife of a prophet, not a ruler by inheritance. She was a builder. Her work required organization, resource management, architectural insight, and the ability to lead people toward a shared vision. The very fact that a city bore her name proves she was a woman of influence. Her structures endured for centuries. Her name engraved in scripture itself, the Bible. There is something deeply personal about this story. So often we measure success by titles, positions, or family accomplishments. But Sheerah's life shows a different standard, the power of vision, discipline, and courage rooted in faith. Today I ask you, what are you building with the love, grace, and strength God has placed in your heart? What vision is stirring inside you that only you can fulfill? Like Sheerah, your work may not be recognized by the world or even mentioned in a sermon, but God sees it. Your courage, your creativity, your discipline, they matter. They can leave a legacy for greater than any title, award, or recognition. God's favor empowers you to act where fear might hold others back. His Spirit equips you to create, to lead, to build. How many people today stop short of their calling because of fear of expectation? How often do we limit ourselves, waiting for someone to give permission? Sheerah's life reminds us that vision, perseverance, and courage can reshape generations. Even now, invisible barriers still exist. Talents go unnoticed, dreams are delayed, but faith can break through those boundaries. Like Sheerah, we are called not just to survive, but to build. Sheerah, a woman who built cities and shaped generations not by title or privilege, but by faith, wisdom, and divine favor. Her courage became her legacy. She shows us that true courage flows from God's grace, and true legacy is built when love and vision guide our hands. Will you be next? Will you allow God's love and grace to inspire you to build, create, and leave a legacy that endures? Remember Sheerah and let her story call you to courage, vision, and faith-filled action.